Yo, what's up, man? Give me your fucking whoa, relax. 3, 2, 1. YouTube, we're back. Lenny Combative Concepts here at the Road Warrior Training Compound in Schaumburg, Illinois. Today we are going to show you the fastest handgun disarm. Got that? Fastest handgun disarm. Okay? I know there's some videos that are on YouTube that show this particular technique. A lot of us use kind of like the same format or same technique when we're doing this. There's a twist to the way how I do it though. With some of the other videos that are out there, I don't know, I've watched some of these other videos and I'm like, you know what? I have a better version of this. So today Chris is here with me. You guys all know Chris. Chris and I are going to demonstrate this handgun disarm. So as Chris puts the gun in my head, okay, there's a couple things that you're going to want to take into consideration when it comes to a weapon disarm, especially a handgun weapon disarm. Usually when somebody is out there and encroaches on you and is going to create this threat and sticks a gun in your face, I know there's a lot of you guys out there who are going to say, well, you know, this guy can just pull the trigger and he can shoot you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, he can, okay? But here's the thing, no one's going to shoot you. If they want to shoot you, first off, they're not going to shoot you from a distance, especially if you're out in public, because A, it's drawing attention to themselves, okay? Right then and there, you just blow the whole fucking thing wide open, no pun intended. The minute that he discharges that firearm, anybody that's within the area is going to hear that. They're going to see what's going on, and then this guy's going to be running away. His description is going to be noted. If he gets into a vehicle, so on and so forth, the police get called. This guy's just looking to pretty much automatically serve some time, just for the simple fact that here's this big thing that just happened. He just created, obviously, a firearm disarm discharge. So now he's basically drawing attention to himself with the whole entire situation. Somebody comes up to rob you, it's going to be up close, in your face, and personal. People that commit this type of crime, they want something from you. Okay? They want personal property, whether it's your wallet, the keys to your car. If you got a hot girlfriend, wants your girlfriend. You know, you just left a store, you know, you just left a jewelry store, and you just bought a Rolex watch, and this guy's been, you know, basically casing you the whole time in the mall, and sees that you do this, and he comes out, basically approaches you in the parking lot and sticks his gun in your face. Now, some key things that what you want to be able to do is, this person's going to come out, and as he comes out, he sticks his gun in your face. Maybe he's going to catch you off guard, he's going to say, yo, boom, the gun comes up in the face. He might make a command by telling you, keep your hands down, or naturally, you might actually put your hands up for that matter. Okay? Don't ever put your hands higher than the gun. It's a good idea to do this in a situation on your end, in a sense of drawing attention to yourself. If you're in a parking lot, parking garage, there's other people around that might be able to see this, but from a weapon disarm, this is bad. You can't get to the gun. You don't want to stay too low, same thing. Depending on the type of weapon disarm that you're going to do, same thing. So you're going to want to keep the hands up pretty much level with the gun so you can take this gun away. Okay? You want to be able to take the gun away fast. The other thing too is, doing the weapon disarm, if he comes at you and says, yo, dude, give me your fucking wallet, you're going to want to do this technique while he is giving you his demand. If he sticks a gun in your face, you know, give me your fucking wallet, give me your fucking keys, and you're stuttering all over the place, because now obviously duress has overcame you, you're scared shitless for your life. How are you going to be able to sit there and handle this? If this guy's talking to you, you want to get him while he's talking to you, while he gives you that list of demands, or that single demand. Give me your wallet. Boom! Okay, motherfucker, you want my wallet? How about I give you a fucking lead fucking bullet right in the mouth instead? How about that? Okay? So you want to think of it as a sense of, you're going to use what he does to you to your advantage. So if he just comes up, doesn't say a word, sticks a gun in your face, you gotta act quick. You can't sit there and hesitate. Hesitation is what will get you killed. Because the minute that he comes up and he addresses you, puts a demand in front of you, and you sit there and you freeze, and he's no longer saying anything, he's going to be watching your face. He's going to look at your demeanor. He's going to be looking to see if you're going to do something. Now granted, he might be a first-time offender with this, so his hand might be sweaty, might not be, well, he might be holding on to the, the Vulcan death grip. The heat from his hand might be trying to melt the polymer frame on his Glock, or if he's a seasoned veteran, because maybe this has worked for him several times before in the past, it's the way how he gets his grocery money, I don't know. He sticks a gun in your face, he might be a little bit more relaxed. Okay? Somebody that comes up on you and that's holding the gun is not expecting you to do this. Okay? So for all you YouTubers out there that are going to critique the technique and comment, whatever, that's great. But you have to keep all the elements in mind. Okay? First time offender, is he a seasoned veteran? Okay? What's he asking for? What's his intent? Most people that are robbing people, their intent is not to shoot you. Like I said, their intent is to gain personal property from you. If you make a jerky motion or a sudden quick motion, that actually might get you shot. So you might be the reason why you were shot. If you make a fast motion towards this guy might freak and pull the trigger out of reaction. Like I said, he sticks the gun in your face, he starts making it, and boom, you take that gun away. You don't wait. Okay? Now, the elements of the takeaway, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. If you want to focus in on this a little bit more, as you're doing this, you don't grab the muzzle of the gun. Okay? For obvious reasons. This gun goes off as you do that, he's going to shoot you right through your hand. Okay? You want to grab the top of the gun, not the top of the gun, but, the side of the gun, and roll your fingers over the top of the gun. Some of the other videos I've seen on this disarm, I see people smacking the wrist and taking the gun away. Okay? One particular guy does this, the gun's up high, he does that, takes the gun away, and then he shows the magazine. And then he talks about, I take the magazine out so people can see this, blah, blah, blah. You still got a round in the chamber. Okay? What if this guy comes at you? What if he pulls a fucking knife on you because you just pulled the magazine out? What if he came at you with a loaded firearm but it wasn't chambered, and then he pulls a fucking knife out on you, and then you gotta sit there and chamber the weapon? You're gonna get stabbed. Right? Yeah. That's what's gonna end up happening. So, to practice that, I think that's more for entertainment purposes of somebody actually slapping the wrist and doing that and taking the gun away. Granted, it's quick, okay, but the demonstration, I don't think is really too sincere. So if you have somebody that's actually holding on to the gun a little bit tighter, same method as this, okay, but what I'm doing is I'm cupping my hand in this knife hand position and I'm striking on his wrist and I'm creating this circular motion as I take away the gun. So I'm inflicting pain and I'm attacking nerve endings in his wrist, okay? So as this happens, I'm hitting the hand. You just made a funny face. Does that hurt?
A little bit.
A little bit? What does that do when I strike the wrist with you?
Makes you pretty much release your grip.
Makes you release the grip. Hands tingling a little bit, or is it?
Oh yeah.
It's annoying pain, isn't it? When you do this, 6, 7 times, especially in a training environment when you're teaching something in class, this is done on both right and left-handed in this school. Because you don't get to pick who's out there, if they're right-handed or left-handed, and how they're going to approach you with the gun. Okay? So you can do this from a left-handed position as well, and take this away. Same thing. It's there. A lot of guys that are right-handed will choose to do this with the right hand because you're able to put the gun back in your right hand. So as this happens slowly, you grab, you strike this, circle with the hand. As you weapon disarm, you can place your hand, because the way I'm grabbing the actual firearm, you can put the gun right in your hand in a position to where you can draw it out on the attacker. Okay? You're not grabbing the gun and then trying to move your hand aside. The way how it's done is as it's being taken, you're turning the gun away to where now you can place your hand right where it needs to go to be able to acquire the firearm and get a proper grip, and then you can draw it out on the attacker. So, one more time, as he sticks up the gun in my face, yo fucker, give me your fucking keys, man, I want your fucking wallet, boom, there you go, you take the gun away, and there it is. That is the fastest handgun disarm. I'm sure I could probably do it faster, but then that's gonna be a 5-second long video, and 4 seconds of it, not even 4.75 seconds of it is gonna be the intro and special effects that I usually do. So you're gonna see a half of a second of a technique and then video's over. But I'm Lenny Sly, Combative Concepts. You're watching the Road Warrior channel on YouTube. We're at the Road Warrior Training Compound here in Chamonix, Illinois. Like, subscribe, share our videos. See you next time. Thanks for watching.